Question 1. In what ways does your media product choose, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? In the first image you can see, this is the title for our film. In this title in particular, we show the age rating of the film. We've gone against the conventions as we've used one that we've made ourselves rather than just a standard average one. This is because it makes it look like a child's done it, which obviously fits into the theme of the film. We have stuck to conventions by showing it, but this is more so just to add a bit of verisimilitude to the trailer, as obviously it wouldn't look as realistic without it. We did research into looking into whether we had to put this in, and technically for the trailer you don't have to, but obviously it informs the audience, so we decided we would stick to this convention. The second image you can see is a screenshot from the hospital. This shows the location that we shot our trailer in. This is something that it took quite a while to achieve, as we had to do emails back and forth, but it is a convention of the psychological thriller genre. So this does fit into how we've subverted the film. Obviously it is science fiction at nature, but we've added this on. It does follow conventions, as this is a location that you do normally see. We decided not to go against conventions on this one, as it is a pretty good looking location and it did add something to our film which we haven't seen in other trailers. The third image you can see is the special effects. It just kind of shows off what we could do with the type of lighting and our editing. It is with the conventions of the science fiction genre, however we didn't want to quite stick to everything, so normally you would see the blue colour, but we've changed it to the green colour, as you can see. We didn't want it to be completely stuck to the conventions, as we did want the audience to be a bit more interested, but obviously if we skip this out then it wouldn't look as good. The next shot that you can see shows off some of the camera angles that we've used. In particular, in this screenshot you can see how we've used the Dutch tilt. It's something that you don't often see in films, as it does confuse the audience, but this is exactly the effect that we wanted. If you look at this, it kind of disorientates the audience that are watching it and makes them think, look, why isn't the camera straight? What's going on here? As I've wrote in the written evaluation, this is something that they do in Spider-Man when he's swinging from building to building. This is because it kind of gives the audience a sense of the confusion that he's feeling when he first finds out that he's got his powers. And then the next screenshot, you can see the characters and props. So as you can see in this one, we've used a child actor. We've done this as this kind of gives off a more powerful message about mental health, about how it's not just adults that suffer with it, children can suffer with it as well. And then in the shot you can see one of our props that we've used. It's actually a needle. This is to show that a lot of people think that medication can solve problems, when in actual fact it's a lot deeper than that, and you need more psychological help. A film that does this quite well is Fight Club. It gives quite a good insight about the character's mental health, especially at the beginning with the narration, which is something we've tried to do as well, as throughout points in the trailer there's our actual character speaking over the top, saying certain things that make the audience think, right, is he in an okay mental state? And then as you can see on this one, you can see the lighting. We've used a blue lighting in this one specifically because this is part of the science fiction genre. You can see in many distinct science fiction films, such as the Star Wars franchise, there's a lot of blue lighting used. This is because it is just, it has got connotations with science fiction as with technology. People just assume this, so we decided to stick to that convention. Then you can see the special effects that we've used. The special effect that I've decided to show off is the cloning. This is because I think it does add quite a bit to the film. There is a certain part of the film, part of the trailer, where you realise that the antagonist and the protagonist are actually the same person. So by using cloning, we could accurately portray this, as the audience will realise as there's two characters, one has good intentions, one has bad. This is something that did take quite a while to do and perfect, as we had to do quite a few different shots, as it is quite difficult to edit together, but in the end I do think it's worth it. Special effects are obviously quite a big part of the science fiction genre. This isn't quite CGI, although it is definitely special effects. And then we have the narrative, and as I mentioned before, our protagonist and our antagonist are actually the same person. And the effect that this has on the audience is confusing them, as obviously, normally, looking at one of the theories, Proc's character theory, he actually sets different characters into different types. So you'll have obviously the hero, the villain, whereas what we've done is mix these two together. This is going against the conventions of both science fiction and just narrative in general, as putting these characters together will confuse the audience. But as we are an independent company and we want a message to be portrayed, we feel as though this is something that would be beneficial to our film and does send the kind of message that we want.